I could go for some KFC right now. But depending on whose head is on the bucket, it might make you lose your lunch. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are as we watch the Democrat Party in complete turmoil over the lies they've told, over the internal conflict. This is what happens when you build their house. The Democrat house is built on sand, and now you're watching it collapse. The truth is pretty unmerciful on liars when they get caught, when they so go against the facts and there's nothing foundational holding it together. Let's watch.
Well, let me answer Julie's question about why it has taken so long for the president to get out there. He can't. The last time he did an unscripted event was the debate. It'd be like if you called Kentucky Fried Chicken and said, I'd like to interview Colonel Sanders. Now, his face is on the bucket. He doesn't make the chicken anymore. In fact, he's not even alive anymore. This is what the Democrats are asking people to do.
Don't ignore the corpse and ignore the people behind the curtain running the government. That's what the Democrat Party is trying to do. That's what they got caught doing. Biden's face is on the bucket, but he's not cooking the chicken. Here's more CNN. Remember, this is like Democrat Party. This is their propaganda wing, is just eating itself. And as a bonus, there's like grumpy Adam Kinzinger just sitting there in the background and who knows what sitting next to him.
Look, I'm just going to be honest. I mean, everybody comes on the air and says all this great stuff, but behind the scenes, it's full-scale panic. People are passing around legal memos, PDFs are flying back and forth on WhatsApp, trying to figure out what are the options, how can you replace Biden?
That's Van Jones. Whoa, who let him out of the propaganda wing? He's might be the only Democrat to accidentally tell the truth on CNN. But wow, respect to him. And he's always been a bit of a barn burner. You know, he's a true radical. I admire him for coming out and saying this, but he's saying like, look, everyone's putting on this front face, the face on the bucket, and he is done with that.
How do you get him to do it in a way where he feels respected as he should be respected? Who should Kamala Harris's vice president be?
Oh, this will be fun. Who should Kamala Harris's vice president be for the chat? This is going to be a Shark Tank. We've talked a lot about the vice president for Trump. Who will Kamala Harris pick to be her vice president? You know, she checks two boxes, female and minority. But I think there's a way to check the third box, and that's Pete Buttigieg. What's it going to be, guys?
The conversation on air and the conversation off air are completely different.
Okay, so he is acknowledging that two things are happening. That off the air, Democrats are saying it's a mess, we're in chaos, we have no plan. And then on the air, it's we're united. That's kind of normal branding for products and stuff. You don't want to show your face out to the public that you're in complete chaos and ruin because it inspires weakness. That's all the Democrats are doing. They're still trying to manage and corral the stupid sheep that believe what they say, to say, do not look at your eyes. By the way, everything's under control. Biden's running, he's strong, or Kamala's running and there's no controversy with that. Huge controversy because they still don't know that Kamala can do the job.
We have someone who has given his all, I mean his all to the last drop for this country, but he may not be able to get across the finish line. And a mature party has to take that into account. And that is what's happening.
He says Biden gave his all to his country. Don't we all wish Biden gave just a little bit less to his country, even less?
And so, look, I understand people want to, defend him and protect him and give him the space and the dignity to make his own choice. But there is a big conversation happening right now about how this happens, not whether.
Ooh, a big conversation. How this happens, how they replace him, not whether they replace him. So everything that you've heard the last 2 weeks of Biden saying, I'm running and I'm running strong, that is a lie. He may believe it. Maybe they're letting him indulge his little play area in his head. But the party itself is making plans. They know they can't drag him over the finish line. Now, there's a lot of rules stopping them from doing that, you know. The delegates, 1,000 delegates voted for Joe Biden. And if they release them or counter their vote and they want to vote for him, that is a insurrection.
Presidency is not just a face. It's not just a brand on the bucket. The presidency is a guy or a girl, And that person has to stand up every day, get up every morning, go to work, answer questions, sit with world leaders, take foreign trips, and not need more than 12 days to recover from it. We don't vote for faces on the bucket. We vote for people, strong leaders who can execute in the office.
Yeah, we need the actual person, the actual president to run the company. It really is supposed to be a one-man office. That's its strength. And the Democrats are trying to turn it into an oligarchy, which is rulership of a powerful elite ruling class. A panel of people is what they're doing. Democrat Party, by the way, has always been pretty influential on the presidency. Republicans, not so much.
And that's the Democrats' problem right now. They don't have a strong candidate who can actually do what Julie just said, which I agree with. Get out there and prove they're vigorous enough to hold the office. So it works for a restaurant, but it does not work for the presidency. And that's why these polls are going the wrong way. And they're going to keep going the wrong way. And by the way, he ain't getting any younger. It ain't going to get any better tomorrow or the next day or 5 months from today, I can assure you.
That's their biggest problem is Biden, gravity, time, it only works one way. Biden does not magically get better. With apologies, it doesn't get better. He will get worse. His decline could so rapidly increase even over the next 4 weeks. We may not even recognize him, but he's still the face on the bucket. And I don't care whose face they plaster on the bucket. I still despise the Democrat Party's 11 herbs and spices. Your recipe stinks. I'm Doug in Exile.